up, guys?
Guys,
I'm Rowan,
and I'm Miguel.
and in today's video,
We're gonna show you guys games that you will not believe were actually made in Scratch.
so without further ado, let's get into the first project. Alright, so this is our first project. Now, if you have ever used Scratch, you have probably played Paper Minecraft. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are you just going to show us some well-known Scratch games? Well, that's not entirely true. Towards the end of the video, we're going to be showing you some projects that you have probably never seen in Scratch before.
So, stay tuned to find out what project we will be showing you. But these first couple are going to be pretty well known. Plain.
For our first project, we have Paper Minecraft by Patch. If we run this game, you can see that we have these beautiful buttons here, but let's not go all crazy about these random features. Let's get into the meat of the project. So, if we click, wait, what does it say? No. If we click New Game, we can see that we have 4 different types of options. We have the game mode, survival, peaceful, and creative. We're going to select creative. The world type, default or flat. We're going to keep it on default. And we can select their skin. Let's be Steve. And we're going to spawn in with a chest. So now we can click done and generate the world. And when we spawn in, we can do a bunch of things like fly in creative mode. So this is pretty cool. We can even place down a bunch of different blocks. Let's just spawn in a villager. Where's the miscellaneous?
Okay, this is almost an exact replica of Minecraft. But if you keep watching this video, we will see an even more realistic Minecraft not made by Patch. That's enough for this game. Let's go on to the next.
Okay, this is our last Patch game. It's called Apple. Now, this is a perfect example of a platformer game in Scratch. It has a bunch of cool and interactive features instead of just being a plain old platformer game. There's spikes, and if you look on my character, you can see that I can actually stick to things using the side of my head.
This game is very well made. It has fantastic particles, smooth animations, and it's just all in all just a great game. And it's not a generic platformer, and anything can happen. But that's enough of Patch. While he's great and all, we know that he's one of the best scratchers, if not the best scratcher to ever live. The known project. Going to full screen. Now, let's get into some of the lesser known projects on Scratch. Please note, some of these projects will be on TurboWarp because they have so much code. This is the first game that we have to use TurboWarp for. This is by ScratchFan321. And this is Terraria, the remake.
Oh wait, you want to talk? When we click the game, you can see that we can create our character when we hit new game. We're just going to make it where you can pick the world size, and it starts generating the world. In my opinion, from when I played Terraria all those years ago, this looks pretty good. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Terraria, but for someone who wants to play Terraria, but maybe their computer just isn't big enough to play it, this is definitely a good alternative. We can even go into dark caves like this, and there's a swimming feature. I don't know where I am right now.
Mission failed. Anyways.
Terraria. Also, there is a save feature in this game, which is honestly really cool because it is very hard to make save features in Scratch.
Now we have another game that we have to use TurboWarp for. This is a remake of Portal. Personally, I have not played Portal. Have you played Portal?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this game has a storyline, but if it does, that'd be pretty.
This is Rowan. Is this your favorite game?
Alright, and I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing right now. This is a fully functional Portal game in Scratch.
This is Rowan's favorite game of all time. He has so many posters of it. And these graphics look great. 3D. Top of the game being 3D, the person that made this seemed to really spend a lot of time into this because the graphics look great too.
As you can hear, there's sound effects that sound just like
That's enough for Portal though. All of the games that we are showing today will have a link in the description below, so you can play them for yourself. And if you want to find more games that are on TurboWarp,
Alright, now let's move on to the next game.
Now we are on to the next game, which also uses TurboWarp. This takes platformer to a whole new level. Imagine Apple, but 3D. Well, this is kind of what this is. The game is called Crystal Seeker.
This was the first 3D game that I saw myself. This is a really cool game, and I would consider playing it if I were you. I have a fast PC. This game does have a storyline, I'm pretty sure. There's enemies, and in order to beat the level, you have to find all of the crystals, which is pretty obvious considering the name.
And these graphics look amazing. I cannot stress this enough.
Here we have our first enemy.
This is a 3D platformer, and for a 3D platformer, it looks great.
I'm just gonna try to beat this first level really quick. If you guys are wondering, this is what the inside of the project looks like. Where's the player sprite even at, bruh?
I think it's called main.
Where? Oh. This is pretty complicated. There's
Oh, dear.
no way in the world. There's no way I would ever
Wait,
be
scroll
able
to the
make
side.
it.
Scroll to the side.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Nah.
Yeah, I think we need a bit more experience before we can do this.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this
Scratchabilities
project
in 20
before-
years will be teaching you how to make these projects.
But let's get out of this project before our PC crashes.
Okay. This is the second to
This
last
is the
project.
last game before we show you the best replica of Minecraft.
It looks pretty good, not gonna cap. This is literally like the game that we were gonna make.
Except we couldn't figure out the bullets. Oh, this is another game that we have to play in TurboWarp.
Also, this game was made by the same person who made the last game. Scratch Balloons TV. You have to place down different towers to make sure that the enemies don't get to the end of the game. So you can see that you can upgrade your different towers and all of these different types of enemies. These different types of towers do different things. Like this one launches a powerful bomb at the balloons. And this one shoots a single heavy dart, but it can only be placed in water. You can upgrade your different scratch. You can upgrade your towers to make them change in sprite and also make them better. So now we made it so that this one has more range.
Very cool. But we have to go to the next project I don't know. Now we have to go to the next project. Because I said so.
And here it is. Ray Traced Minecraft. This is honestly so cool.
This was made by blank. Wait, stop. This was made by 0261401. Now, let's see it.
We have the beautiful Minecraft music when we start up the game. We can load a saved world from a previous play, or we can start a new one. So, we're going to start a new one for now. We can input a seed, and let's start it up. As you can see, when you start and move around, it looks really weird. And you may be thinking, well, why would we even show this game if it looks like a bunch of different dots? Well, if you stand still for just a second, you can see that the picture becomes a higher quality over time. Look at this. Look at the amount of detail that the clouds have, or the tree in front of me has a shadow coming from the leaves. This time, I'm not gonna.
Rowan misclicked, which means that we had to get out of the game. But as you can see, it still looks very good.
If I stand still above this pool of water, you can see that there's actually waves, which is honestly so cool. Because in Minecraft, you have to get special shaders in order to make your game look like how it does now. The way that I can compare a simple Scratch game to to Minecraft is honestly crazy. And you may be thinking, well, yeah, that's cool. It looks like Minecraft. But that's it. It only looks like it. Well, you're wrong. I did it again. But you are wrong. If we click E, you can see a menu pops up. And we can actually change a bunch of stuff. Not only can we pick a bunch of different blocks, we also have settings to make the game look different, like the weather type. Now it's raining. Instead of what it was previously, it was just cloudy. We can also make the resolution higher, which in turn makes a better looking game. What happens if I turn this all the way down? Oh, there's like gaps in between. We can also turn up the render distance, and we can turn a bunch of different shaders on and off. But let's place down some blocks. I'm going to use my knowledge of Minecraft to make a small house. Alright, here's the house.
And now we have created a thing.
Here is the house. As you can see, there's a window, a door, and a frame. And even a little diamond on top to show that we are really rich. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you come up close to a diamond or one of these shiny ores, you can see that there's actually a reflection on the diamond, which looks super cool.
Oh, that's it. Those were the most impressive Scratch games that we have found in our opinion. But we haven't looked through all of them yet. So, if you can look through some projects and find really cool ones, we would love to know about them and play them. The way you can tell us about this is
Continue.
The way you can tell us about this is you can join the Discord, link in the description, and you can tell us about it. Thank you guys for 300 subscribers.
By the end of the year.
690.
Oh, we're hoping to get 690 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope you enjoyed today's video and all of the rest that you could be watching by hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys definitely use some
use some
Scratch abilities.